we can all agree that our ideal clients and customers have an almost infinite number of choices when it comes to our product or service. This can be really daunting because how do we compete, right? Like, how do we stand out when there's thousands of people that offer the exact same product or service as you do? Well, in this video, I'm going to share different examples of how you can add emotion into your brand to make you the obvious first choice in your ideal client's mind. My name is Kaye Putnam. I'm the psychology-driven brand strategist, and I'm so excited that you are here. Please hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Hit the notification bell, and you'll get noticed whenever I publish a new video. Yes, that's a word. I just made it up. Let's go with it. Here's some examples of big brands that have added emotion into their message. Coke, for a time, their advertising message was share a Coke, share a feeling. Or even the more well-known one, open happiness. In these examples, we're going so much deeper than what Coke actually is. I mean, what is it really? Like carbonated water, some high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, whatever else is in it. Doesn't matter. What Coke is selling us is joy and happiness. And that's what gives them the ability to own a massive amount of market share, to have people crave Coke, to prefer it over other brands, even though in blind taste studies, they might prefer the other brands. But that brand equity is built because they've tapped into our emotions as consumers. Another fantastic example of invoking emotion from a big brand was the Like a Girl campaign that Always feminine products put out. So they had this video where they were asking different aged girls and boys what it meant to like throw like a girl, run like a girl, etc. And it sparked actually kind of a negative emotion because you were mad that like a girl had a negative connotation to people as they got older. That emotional reaction that we have to that advertising is what makes it memorable. If you're just talking about your product's features or even just the benefits of your specific product, but you're not attaching it to greater human meaning, you're missing out on a massive opportunity to connect with your ideal clients and to become the singular choice in your market. Robert Plutchnik, who is a professor of psychology at the University of South Florida, identified 8 primary emotions that we feel: fear, anger, sadness, joy, disgust, surprise, trust, and anticipation. So think about ways that your brand can connect with one of these 8 primary human emotions to have a deeper, resonant message for your brand. And here are some specific ways that you can do this. First of all, you want to identify which emotion you want people to feel. So do you want them to feel confident or one of these primary 8 emotions that we just identified? Identify what reaction you want to have on people first, and then start to think of ways then that your brand can help people feel this emotion. Another way to add emotion to your brand is to think about the real life specific situations that they are encountering that shows that they need you. So let's go for an easy example. Let's say that you offer weight loss, you're a health coach or something of that nature. And if you were to think about the real life situations where people realize they need your help, it might be where they're trying to squeeze on a pair of pants from maybe just like 2 months ago that fit just fine, but they're having a bad bloated day and it just isn't working, and they're just like angsty and disgusted with themselves. And that universal human experience is super powerful because it brings up emotion when we think about it. Because I think that we've all had those experiences where we're not living up to our own expectations. So if you can help people tap into not just the pain, because that would be cruel, but the pain, so that you're segmenting your audience, you're choosing the people who really need your help, but then showing them the hope at the end of the tunnel. Like after you work with my brand, this is the transformation that you achieve. Another classic way to add more emotion into your brand is to use more images. We have amazing brains that add all sorts of meaning when we see things visually. So if you are showing images, for example, of the miraculous end result that your clients get after working with you, so like amazing bodies, amazing careers, amazing relationships, whatever your industry is, if you can show that in images, we start to assign our own stories to those images. All right, so related to number 2, and that's problem solution framework that we already talked about, you can also bring up emotion by talking about the future state that your client or your ideal customer is going to live in. So what does life look like after? What is the utopia that you are offering to your clients through your work? Just thinking about the future, especially when you paint it in very specific and like visual terms, that just gets us all excited. Next, another great way to add emotion to your messaging is to get inside your clients' minds. And no, you don't have to be a mind reader, but start to pay attention to the words that your clients or potential customers are using to describe their problems and why they think that they are not worthy or not capable of the results that you're describing in our last example. So what is holding them back inside their brains that you can address, that you can help them overcome? Because when they come over that psychological barrier, they are going to be very, very attached to the solution that you're offering, because you were the person that gave them the hand to bring them over to this new reality. Lastly, tell stories. Tell stories about your own life, about your clients' lives, about people from history, whatever you need to do to bring people on the journey of transformation that you offer. Stories literally light up parts of our brains that make us feel like we're experiencing the same thing in real time. So the more that you can add those stories, the more emotional your brand messaging becomes. All right, I hope that these gave you some ideas. Sit down with them, brainstorm. I cannot wait to see what you come up with. Leave a comment below. Let me know what your favorite aha moment was from this video. Be sure to hit subscribe and just keep being amazing. I'm so excited that you're here. Thanks for spending some time with me today.